Welcome back, everyone. My name is Jake Barnes, and I am joined again with Bruce Anderson, President and CEO of Mineral Resources International, and Val Anderson, Vice President of Mineral Resources International. Thank you both again for being here.
Thank you for having us today and for helping us get this message out. We really appreciate it, Jake.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Val.
Sure thing. All right, let's jump right in. So, Bruce, many bottled waters I've seen out there say on the bottle, minerals added for taste. What makes your approach from your company's perspective stand out?
What a great question, because taste is such an important part of drinking the very best water. When you have a water that tastes really good, naturally you're going to drink enough. I've seen parents all the time thinking, following up with their children, did you drink enough water? Did you drink enough water? And it's an important aspect of making sure they're adequately hydrated. Wouldn't it be nice if your children just naturally drank more because they were thirsty for it and it really hit the spot for them? And if you were drinking just a purified water, it almost has a dead flavor. It's like, oh, that's flat. I wouldn't drink very much water. I would have to force myself to drink more water in that kind of a scenario. But when you add the right balance of minerals in the right quantity, it really tastes great. And we have a product that will rival the best tasting waters from around the world, and you can make it right in your own home.
That's amazing. Val, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, your initial concept of acknowledging that there are quite a few water products out there that are labeled with minerals added for taste. I think it's important to recognize what's going on with that. There are a lot of companies in the marketplace that want the benefit of claiming minerals in their water, but they're not adding enough to actually do anything for health with the minerals that they're adding. They don't have enough to make a single % RDA claim on any mineral. But they want to say, we've added minerals, or some say, electrolytes added for taste. But it's not enough to actually do anything functional. And so they're saying added for taste. And a lot of people don't realize, they think, oh, well, I'm drinking electrolyte water, I'm getting my electrolytes, or I'm drinking minerals, I'm drinking mineral water, I'm getting my minerals. But there's not enough in there to do anything. And so, when they say it for taste, that's a subjective claim that the FDA and the FTC can't really go out and say, well, you're not doing enough to do anything. Well, see, our water tastes good. And so it's kind of a nebulous claim that people are making. We actually help people create a mineral water that tastes fantastic, but with enough essential minerals and trace minerals to actually meet your daily needs for a broad range of essential minerals and trace minerals.
That's amazing. Bruce, you mentioned that when the minerals are not present, that it can be kind of flat, not good tasting. How would you describe the water once the minerals are in it? How much does the flavor actually change?
It's subtle.
Okay.
But to me, it's a little bit like, if you can imagine some sweet water, like if you, and we're right here in front of a backdrop of the beautiful Uinta Mountains. And I'm picturing times when I've been on a hike and I bend down and I'm getting water from a mountain spring. Well, this water naturally has minerals in it, and it tastes so sweet. That's how I would describe our product in the water to make the perfect tasting water. Has a slight sweetness, but it's satisfying. It actually quenches your thirst. And I was thinking today about salt licks, up in the mountains as well. So a lot of times for game and for cattle, they will put salt licks around, and cattle and game will walk literally miles and miles in order to get to a salt lick because of the craving for those essential minerals that are needed. And so over time, when we start drinking this mineralized water, we've actually had people at my home call my family water snobs. we laugh about it and joke about it. But when people come to our home and drink our water, it's like, wow, I'm having a hard time going back to that water at my house, because it really does satisfy and it quenches your thirst so much better.
Wow. So best for your health, best for taste, made from home. It's kind of unbeatable. So how does Anderson's Ionic Trace Mineral Complex compare to bottled mineral waters out there? Not the ones that just say added minerals for taste, but the ones that truly claim to be mineral waters. How does the Trace Mineral Complex stack up to those?
Well, so there are a few different things. If you look at the label of any mineral water that's on the market, you'll be lucky to find 1 or 2% RDA of any essential mineral. And so, they're naturally occurring. It's the minerals that naturally come with the water. And there may be some minerals in there that are doing some benefits, but you're not really getting a broad spectrum of your needs met. We have a base of minerals in our Trace Mineral Complex that comes from the Great Salt Lake, which is solar evaporated down to where it's very low sodium, rich in magnesium, and contains a broad spectrum of naturally occurring elements in a balance. That's what you should find in healthy blood plasma or lymphatic fluids. Wonderful that you have the backdrop of the Uinta Mountains behind us. That's actually where the headwaters of the watershed that empties into the Great Salt Lake. So you have the water cycle and the plants constantly breaking down minerals and trace elements from the soil, washing them out, and they naturally collect in the Great Salt Lake. So we start with that broad spectrum of traces of minerals with significant amount of magnesium, but then we add full RDA amounts of every essential trace element except for iron, which only some people need to supplement with, and some people maybe it's problematic. So we want this product to be universal. But in 2 milliliters of this a day, you're actually getting 100% daily value, or the recommended amount of each of the essential trace elements. You're getting zinc, chromium, selenium, molybdenum. Actually, one that's not recognized as essential with an RDA yet, but that we do, because the science has been out there for maybe 20 years, but not quite the 30 years to where people recognize it fully yet. But boron is one that's essential for brain function, bone and joint health. And so you're getting this broad spectrum. You're actually getting trace amounts of naturally occurring lithium, which is very good for the brain. And in a way that's very easy to consume. Just 2 milliliters a day is giving you that broad spectrum, and you put it in your water and it still tastes good at those substantial necessary amounts.
Wow. What I'm hearing is when you compare it to mineral water, there is no comparison. That seems to be the ultimate, one-of-a-kind, very unique mineral supplement.
And I like what Val said about look at the label. Just simply look at the label and see what's in it. You'll find a huge difference. And then when you compare taste, realizing it will stack up taste-wise with the very best in the world, but yet you're getting so much more when you look at the label.
Amazing. Do either of you have anything else you'd like to add?
All I want to say is you just have to try it. It's really easy to use, but just try it and you'll notice it. You'll realize that not only does it taste good initially, but those significant amounts of minerals and trace elements that your body needs, you're going to crave it because you actually need it.
Well, there you have it. It's the best tasting, it's the best for your body. Please try Anderson's Ionic Trace Mineral Complex.